Okay, students who have connected online, am I audible? Just I wanted to check with you, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, Harsha.
Okay, thanks for confirmation. So, meanwhile, we have 8 more minutes to start. Meanwhile, if you have any doubts or any questions, you can ask me about yesterday's class or a day before yesterday's class. If you have any doubts or any questions, you can ask. Okay. Online students or some payment related clarification. You can WhatsApp on Satish Kumar, you can WhatsApp on our number. Okay, our team will help you. Maybe if you WhatsApp after 6 p.m., they won't be available. WhatsApp today, they will help you. Okay. Okay. So we'll start in a minute. Just give me 1 minute. I'll send an update. Okay. So it is 7 o'clock. We'll start now. Okay. Last class we were discussing about. Okay. Certification exam bill is different. Training bill is different. Please understand. Okay. So last class we were discussing about application creation. So we have done a practical. Okay, let's try to recollect what we have discussed in the last class. In the last class, we have seen practically how to create a new application by using a wizard called as new application wizard. The wizard name is new application wizard. In order to create a new application, we have logged into default application of PEGA, that is PEGA platform. That is PEGA platform. What are the credentials we have used to log into PEGA platform? Administrator@pega.com and password is install. That is the credentials we have used in order to log into PRPC default application. So remember this point, whenever we want to create a new application, whether it is framework or implementation or anything, always use default credentials only. Do not log into your own applications and do not try to create there. Always you do what? Create a new application by using default credentials only. Okay, to create new application, we should always log in, use default credentials only. Default credentials. That's the process we follow. Everyone, please follow that process only. And after you create a new application, okay, you have got the application created with an operator ID that you have provided and password is generated. We have logged into the application using the operator ID and password is like the generated password we have used. It has prompted to change the password. It has prompted to change the password. So we changed it. So we have changed it. Clear, everyone? So that's what we have done. And apart from that, while creating application, what are the details we have provided in last class? In last class, while creating application, we have provided these details. One is application name, and we have chosen application structure. Application structure means it's a type of the application like framework or implementation. Yesterday, we have chosen implementation. Default option always is implementation. Default option always is implementation. But yesterday we wanted to create framework, so we changed it to framework application. And organization name also we have typed. Organization name also we have manually typed. So there it has created application. It has created organization also. An organization by name HDFC is being created. And apart from this, so many things are created. We will discuss all those things. Okay. So today, what are we going to do? We are going to use the same wizard as we have used yesterday. So the wizard which we have used yesterday, today also same wizard we are going to use. But today we are going to create implementation application. What application we want to create? Implementation application. So, but this implementation we want to create on top of PEGA, on top of framework. Okay, framework. So I will take you to the diagram which we have drawn the other day, diagrams. And here, this is the diagram. See what we have done so far is, so far we have done creating framework application. Just give me 1 minute. I'll open in Paint. Open with Paint. And just give me. Okay. So here you go now. So we already have PEGA platform available readily. So that is one predefined or OOTB application. On top of this PEGA platform, we have created one application of type framework with some name. Okay. So this second layer is completed. This layer we have created. Now we are at third one. So when we create implementation layer, okay, we need to create it on top of our own framework. So on top of PEGA platform, we created our framework application. And on top of framework application, we need to create implementation application. This is today's session. Okay, today we are going to do this practical. So while creating framework application, you have got the screens like provide your application name. Okay, on top of build from scratch, we have selected. What is that we have selected? Build from scratch. Build from scratch means your application will be created on top of PEGA platform. But today we are not going to choose build from scratch. Today we are going to create on top of our own framework. Okay, that we are going to do. So I will create one document for the same. Okay, so creating implementation application. That's what we are going to do. So creating implementation application. Okay, so the requirement is create a new implementation application. Create a new implementation application on top. Okay, implementation application that is vehicle insurance. Vehicle insurance, that is HDFC auto insurance or vehicle insurance. You can choose like that. One vehicle related insurance I want to go with. Okay, this implementation application has to be created on top of existing FW application. Existing FW application. What is the name of the application? HDFC INSU. That is the ID of the application, you remember? So the ID of the application I'm mentioning, you can even mention the description HDFC Insurance Group. That is also okay. So everyone clear? Online students, are you clear? So this is what we wanted to do today. So the people who are connecting with the name, you should connect with name. You should not give any phone numbers in the meetings. Okay, I'm dismissing these two students. Connect back by giving your name. Otherwise, I will rename. They left or what? Okay. So here you go now. Requirement is creating a new implementation application, HDFC vehicle insurance. This implementation application has to be created on top of this one. Okay. So we already have the framework now. So one point we need to understand here is, okay, I'll write down the design. Okay. So while creating implementation application, it is a practice that, it is a practice that we choose the organization of FW. Okay. Otherwise, okay, we choose uh, while creating implementation application, it is a practice that we will use the existing organization HDFC. So we choose here. So last time while creating framework application, we have manually created, I mean like we have created HDFC organization, but the same we are going to choose now. So this means we are going to have the same organization, or you can say common organization, the same are. So we are going to have this common organization for IMPL and FW apps. See, organization is a topmost business entity. Organization is a topmost business entity, which can be common for your entire business, all implementations and all frameworks. That's the usual process that we follow. It's not mandatory, but so in every application that you are going to work with, so 99.99% of times, the organization will be same. The organization will be same. Understand clear, everyone? Online students, are you clear? So we are going to follow that process. As usual thing, let's go with new application wizard. New application wizard. How do you go to new application wizard? I have already given you the details, but here I want to give a note again. One more note I want to give. The note is, when we create a new application, I'm again giving here, always use default credentials only. Default credentials. You never go with, because you have your own framework and you have login access to your framework. Do not log into framework and create implementations. That process we never follow. Any application, anytime you are creating, we follow to use default credentials. So first of all, log into PEGA. I will give that screenshot also so that you will not make any mistake. Administrator@pega.com, password install. Password is install. That's what I am going to use. And log into new application wizard. We are going to log into new application wizard. That's what we are going to do. Okay. Okay. So new application, okay, log into PEGA, and thereby you are going to use new application wizard. So as usual, we logged into default application of PEGA. Okay, this is the default application of PEGA. Okay, here you go now. So now what you will do in order to go to application wizard. So here is a PEGA platform application menu. So click on application menu and choose new application. Yesterday I have drafted these points. I mean like this navigation I have drafted. Every day we will not draft it. Okay. So new application I'm going to choose. So that screenshot I will give you. So after you choose new application, you will be getting this screen where it shows you build from scratch. If you click on build from scratch, your application will be created on top of PEGA platform. On top of PEGA platform. I do not want to create on top of PEGA platform. Instead, I want to create on top of my implementation. What is my implementation? Sorry, on top of my framework. What is my framework? HDFC Insurance Group. I have already told you in the last class. The applications that are listed in this screen, all are framework type of applications only. All are framework type of applications only. So PEGA platform is also one framework. So now I will click on HDFC Insurance Group. So click on this. Okay. So continue with HDFC Insurance. Once you click on HDFC Insurance Group, this screen we did not get in the past. Okay. Last time we did not get. Okay. This is for implementation only. Click on. Now it says that, are you sure that you want to create your application on top of HDFC group, or you want to go back, and choose something else. I don't want to go back. What I want to do, click on build with HDFC insurance group. Build with HDFC insurance group. I'm going to click on building with HDFC insurance group. Okay, once you click on building with HDFC insurance group, now it will show you a screen. Case types. Do you have any case types available at framework to clone at implementation? We do not know what is a case type as of today. We don't have any such knowledge. So what we do? We do not do anything here. We will continue. In future, we will see how to create case types. We'll be seeing how to create case types. You just need to do what? Continue. And one more screen similarly will come. Do you have any data types that you wanted to link with? So we do not know what is a data type also. So for this one also we do in future, right? So do what? Continue here. Here also you continue. So this screen we are aware of. It is asking now. You wanted to create an application, right? What is the name of your application? HDFC. What is that? Vehicle insurance. Vehicle insurance. Vehicle insurance. HDFC vehicle insurance. This is what the name I have given. So click on advanced configuration. Click on advanced configuration. So I'm going to click on advanced configuration now. So once I click on advanced configuration, it is going to show a pop-up where it is going to ask you to choose the application structure. By default, we have got implementation application, which we are expecting actually. So I'm not going to change anything there. Just I have highlighted to for you to observe the things when you are doing it. And the application ID is HDFC VEHI. So we are creating an application by name HDFC Vehicle Insurance. PEGA has taken its ID as HDFC VEHI. So PEGA will automatically take ID from the descriptions. HDFC Vehicle Insurance name is HDFC Insurance Group. For that name is HDFC INSU. For HDFC Vehicle Insurance name is HDFC VEHI. IDs you should clearly know about. And organization name. This one is something randomly generated. A random name got generated for organization. For what? Organization. Let's modify this. So how do you modify this? So modify this and choose the existing organization, which is HDFC. Choose means what? See, yesterday you have manually typed here on the keyboard, you typed HDFC. That time HDFC was not there. An organization by name HDFC was not there. So if you modify, was not there. So it got created. So today we wanted to choose the existing one, which is already available. It is a practice we follow that we wanted to always use the same organization for framework and all implementations that we. So in order to choose that, you can backspace these things. This is a drop down. In PEGA environment, if you find a text input with a thick blue color dot at the right bottom corner, it is a drop down. If you place the cursor here and click the down arrow on your keyboard, in your keyboard you have 4 arrow marks, right? Down arrow, if you click after placing the cursor here, it will show the existing values. So it's a choice, you can choose anything. So I want to choose what? HDFC. Choose HDFC. Save this. Click on save. So let's cross check whether the options that we have chosen are selected or not. Cross check it once again. Implementation application, organization is similar to framework. Okay, very good. And now do what? Create application. Click on create application. Click on create application. Let me click on create application. So this is now going to create application and so many other things. After application is created, it will prompt for operator ID. It will prompt for what is the operator ID you want to use to log into this application. You want to provide a new ID, you can provide. Okay, let's see now. Here you go. So enter operator ID. Enter operator ID here. Enter operator ID here. So the operator ID that you are going to enter here. So it can be already existing operator ID. That is possible. See, you have 100 applications in your system. 100 applications can have same login. It is possible. But I am not going to follow that practice now. I want a different login for this application compared to framework application. So I will enter a new ID, developer operator ID for implementation application @hdfc.com. Understand clear, everyone? So this is what I have manually typed. Click on add. Click on add. This is authors. No, author means developer. Author means what? Developer. Click on add. I have clicked on add. So I am now here. So copy this user ID, operator ID and password into notepad. Otherwise, you will forget into notepad. So otherwise, what happens is you'll be forgetting these things. You cannot remember that password. Okay, now that's why you always have to copy it. Okay, very good. Just click on done. Click on done. You'll be back to this screen where you can log off. You can log off. How do you log off? At the left bottom corner, you have the menu. So here you can log off. Do log off here. Done. Completed. So once you log off, you'll be back here. Now I want to log into my own application so that I can create something there. So log into implementation application. Log into IMPL app. So I log into IMPL. User ID I remember it easily. devimpl@hdfc.com. That's a login ID. If I log into implementation, okay, look at here. Login. Okay, now. Okay, very good. So current password. This is the reason why I told you to copy this password because I don't remember usually. Current password. Password is new password. I am using rules. So click on change password. It will take you in. So when you log into PRPC, by default, PEGA loads App Studio. I did not tell you anything in detail about App Studio, but you know that this is also for development purpose. But some minimum development features are available, but it is faster development, kind of express development, So advanced configuration, you cannot modify after the application is created. That's why at the beginning only you need to be careful. Okay, now change to Dev Studio. Change to Dev Studio. How do you change to Dev Studio? Here you click on App Studio. Therefrom you click on Dev Studio. Okay. Now, after you come to Dev Studio, you can close that window, whatever is open here. Here you need to click on App Explorer. Click on where? App Explorer. Click on App Explorer. So once you click on App Explorer, it is going to show you 3 applications. You see now. See, what is these 3 applications you want to know? Click on the link. You can see HDFC Vehicle Insurance, HDFC Insurance Group, PEGA platform. First, the very bottom foundation is PEGA platform. On top of which we have HDFC Insurance Group. On top of which we have HDFC Vehicle Insurance got created. So, see, by login to implementation, you can create any rule in implementation. You can also create any rule in framework. You don't have to separately log into framework because your implementation is already created on top of framework. So by login to implementation, note I'll give you. Note, by login to implementation, we can create implementation app we can create the rules in IMPL app as well as framework app. You can create anywhere, both. That's why I did not use the other login. I don't have to actually use the other login. Okay. But in certain, sometimes I need it. But as of now, this is the point you can understand. If I log into implementation, I can create anything I want in implementation as well as framework. No need to separately log into framework again. Okay. So this is done. This application creation is completed. Anyone has any doubts or any questions? Will authors also have the access to create applications? Yes, authors also will have access to create application. Authors only will have access to do the such kind of things. All of you are clear? Anyone has any doubt or any question? Respond on the charting window. Are you clear? Say yes. Okay, good. Thank you. So thank you for the response. Next, suppose if you forget to copy this password, by mistake you have logged off or you clicked on done. Now you don't remember the password, but you know the ID. ID you have generated. Okay. But you forgot the password to copy. So now how can you change the password? Okay. For that, what you need to do is, I will just show you. I have a document already available with me. I'll share you that document. Okay. Now, here you go now. You know anything you can forget, but this one you don't forget. No? Administrator @pega.com. Password is install. Password is you log in here. This one you will not forget. So you can see the operator IDs by following the navigation. Now here you have records. No? You need to click on records. Then organization, you can expand this. There you have operator ID. There you have what? Operator ID. Click on operator ID. You will see all operator IDs available listed here. So you at least know your operator ID, right? So open the respective operator ID for which you want to change the password where you do not know the password. It will open the details of operator. Operator will have a title, first name, last name, login person will have all these details. We'll be learning this later. And you need to go to security tab. Where you go? So there you can click on update password. It won't ask you about the previous password. You can give the latest password, same password and confirm password, submit. After you enter something and submit, you can click on save. Now you can log off here and log in using the new password of the operator which you have. Understand clear? I'll show you once again. So you will be logging into administrator@pega.com in order to change the password and thereby go to records, organization, operator ID, and then click on operator ID. And there you have security tab, update password. Security tab and update password. Give some password, confirm password, and then say submit. After you say submit, save, and then log in by using new, log off here, log in by using new credentials. I mean like new password. Okay. Every one of you, are you clear? For that, I do have a document which I will share you. Already I have documented these steps. For everyone, same steps, no? That you need to do only when you forget the password. Otherwise, today you don't have to deal with that particular document. So clear, right, everyone? Okay. So at the time of application creation, there is an option checkbox. Generate a div layer. What is the use of it? I'll tell you later. Div layer and all. I'll tell you later. So now I'm going to explain you about organization structure. What is that? I'm going to explain you organization structure. In general, not only related to PEGA, in general in the real world. So let me open one diagram to explain you organization structure. Yes, I have a document. So here you go with organization. So generally, what is meant by organization? I already told you in the last class itself. So what is meant by organization? Any one of you tell me? Organization means general in our day-to-day life, we know, right? This terminology. What is organization means? You need to respond all the time. You have to respond. I'm expecting a
Who can
response
handle?
from you only for this type of things. Technicals, if you do not know, I don't ask you, right? Don't sit just like a dumb person. Okay, always try to respond, interact in the class, and be active and be attentive. Understand? Everyone, this is to every one of you. Yes. What is organization? In our day-to-day life, we heard this terminology many times. What is the meaning of organization?
Who can handle all the aspects?
I am asking not the person. I'm asking organization. It's not who. Okay. Who means a person, right? I'm not asking about operator. I'm asking about organization.
A company
It's
name
a
or a
legal entity,
It
someone told.
consists.
Group of people comprising. Okay, next.
Main entity where we can have like common functionalities or common components.
Don't think about technology. Think about only real world and respond. Main entity. Okay, functionalities and all, you leave it for now. Tell me main entity of what?
It consists of all the steps in a flow, how they can create.
You don't have to think about the technical aspects. Okay, no problem.
to achieve a common goals.
Oh, why you are too much technical or subject oriented?
Organization is a
In your
company.
day-to-day life,
It's
okay,
a community.
what is an organization? That's what I have asked. It's a community. Okay, good. Next,
Group of
company.
entities.
This is simple,
Company.
no? Company. It's a company. Organization is a company. So you have seen so many companies, right? So that is what organization means. Tell me some companies. Okay. Tata Consultancy, Capgemini,
School, college,
any school, any college.
Accenture.
What is that?
Accenture.
Okay. The company names. Okay. So organization is topmost business entity. Topmost business entity. So the topmost means what? What is your guess about it? What do you mean by topmost? Topmost means business entity. Okay, right? So what do you mean by topmost business entity?
Where the hierarchy starts.
There will be a hierarchy that starts from this entity only. Okay. So if you take an example of Tata Group of Industries, Tata Group is organization. Tata Group is organization. An organization is one topmost entity always, usually. And under the Tata Group organization, you can have n number of different divisions. Again, some business entities will be there. Those are called divisions. What divisions can be there? Tata Steel, Tata IT services. Okay, and what else? Tata Telecommunication.
Finance.
Okay, and Tata
Finance.
Reliance Finance. Okay, and then Tata
Capital.
What else? Consumers related. Finance, under finance, you'll get something else. Tata Capital. These are called as divisions. Okay, and under each division may have units, one or more units. Tata Metal. I'll take it as Tata Metal. So under Tata Metal or Tata Steel, whatever it is. So what do you have? Tell me. Tata Steel is something. So under Tata Metals, it will come under Tata Metal. Tata Metal is a division. Under division, Tata Steel Industry is there. Okay. So the production will happen at Tata Metal or Tata Steel or Tata Group. Where it will happen production? So out of these three levels, okay, I'll just give you more. TCS and even some other companies also there under Tata. Okay. ELXI something is there. I'm not pretty sure the exact name. Okay. Tata related service, IT services, information technology related services. Tata Telecommunications. Maybe we have Tata Telecom. I don't know company names now. What company? Okay. Some telecommunication company. Finance. As you told Tata Capital. Okay. Maybe even some other financing institutions they may have. Tata Consumers also. we have some units here also. Okay, some consumer related units are there. So we have so many consumer related means we have fashion hubs, we have outlets for sales of dress materials, all that. Okay, dresses, everything. So like ready-made dresses and all. Okay. So now out of these three levels, so typically we have three levels in the organization structure. Organization, topmost business entity, under which you can have one or more divisions, under which each division you can have one or more units. So out of these three levels, where the actual production or the business will be running. So where it will happen?
Division level.
Units.
Units is the place where business runs. Business transactions happens at a unit level only, at unit level. So this organization structure, we will compare with our technical aspects going forward. As of now, I am telling in general. So I'll go through one diagram. So here you can see there is one organization, Tata. Let's say the organization is what? Tata. Under which Tata IT services, Tata Electronics or something, Tata Finance, like this. You can have more number of divisions. Under IT services, Tata TCS is there, CMC company is there, and ELE means Chroma is there, electronics, Tata Click is there, and finance means insurance is there, Tata loans are there. Okay, like this finance related, they have so many businesses. So out of all these three levels, we have units where unit will get, in the unit work will get initiated. Work will get initiated means transaction processing begins at unit level only. You need to understand and remember this. Then what is the purpose of division and the organization? Divisions and organization. So I'll tell you one example. Suppose let's take an example of car manufacturing industry. Car manufacturing industry, you take Tesla car manufacturing industry. That's the organization. Tesla is an organization. So is Tesla organization going to directly sell the cars to the consumers? Suppose if we go to Tesla and directly Tesla manufacturing unit, we say that we want to purchase a car, they won't sell you. Okay. So they are the production place. Okay. They are organization. They are organization. So from there, if you travel to some distributors, statewide distributors are there. Statewide distributor also, if you reach out to a statewide distributor, second level, and ask them, I want to purchase a car, they will also say that we are not authorized to sell the cars directly to consumers. You will not purchase there also. Okay. And from the division, if you travel to the outlets available in the cities. So in the cities, we have outlets available. So if you go to an outlet and ask them, I want to purchase a car, then the sales transactions will begin there. They are authorized to sell the car. So usually in every business, this structure will be available. Okay. If you take, let's say, a cinema production house, movie production house, if you take, production house produce the movie. Okay. They will create the movie, but they won't sell it to consumers directly. So they will give it to distributors. Distributors also won't sell directly. They will give it to outlets, that is cinema theaters. They will be doing the transaction initiation and sales. So the actual business always runs at the unit level. Organization and division supplies the features that are required for the units. Okay. So I'll tell you more about this. Going forward, you will understand technically. See, for every division, there can be one or more units. Any common functionalities that are needed for these two units will be available and supplied from the respective division for which these units are connected. Understand? Any common functionalities which are needed for all units, will be supplied from the organization through the divisions, So this is also a kind of inheritance concept. Anything which is available at the topmost parent will be accessible to all children at the bottom, including these divisions also, through this division. Any component which is available at one division will be accessible commonly to all the units that are connected to the respective division, but not with the units of other divisions. So IT division, if there is a component that cannot be accessed at Chroma because These two are not connected now. These two are not connected. IT and Chroma, there is no connectivity. So any component available at IT cannot be accessed at Chroma because it is not connected. So a division can supply the common features to its units. Okay. So reverse is not possible. Aggregation cannot access from division. Okay. This is inheritance concept. I am going to explain you now. Inheritance concept. This is generally organization structure. We'll be learning about this going forward. So while creating new application also, we got div, unit, words are there. That we will be learning soon. Okay. We'll come to that soon. Clear everyone? Okay. Correct. Whatever the options are. Okay. So next I am going to explain about, before we proceed further into our subject of creating technical rules to implement some business functionalities, we need to clearly understand about object-oriented concepts. Object-oriented concepts. Why should I know about object-oriented concepts when I am learning PEGA? Of course, without knowing these concepts also, somehow you can be a developer, but you cannot be a full-fledged best developer. Okay, where you can follow the best. You cannot follow best practices without knowing these concepts, because the reason is PEGA is developed using Java for its engine. So their Java is built based on object-oriented programming system concepts. OOPS concepts, object-oriented programming system concepts are being used while implementing Java. So that Java is being used by PEGA for its core engine, correct? So we should know the fundamentals. We should know the fundamentals. When we work on PEGA, we should apply these fundamentals. It's not only that you know, apply it properly. What are those fundamentals you need to know at this moment of time? We are not going to look into complete object-oriented programming concepts, few which are needed now and few other in the future. So as of now, I am going to tell you these things. One is encapsulation. What is that? Encapsulation. Second one is class. And third one I am going to tell you is inheritance. Types of, okay, inheritance and not types of inheritance. Only inheritance is enough. And then I'm going to tell you about types of classes. Types of classes. Types of classes. And then after that, I'm going to explain you about types of classes and inheritance and its types in PEGA. This last point is related to PEGA. Remaining 4 points are universal. Universal to any programming language or any tool that is built based on object-oriented fundamental concepts. Understand? This is universal. So generally you would think about it. Encapsulation is the concept I am going to explain you now. What is meant by, you know about capsule, right? Capsule, you know. What do you mean by encapsule? Encapsule means?
Handling of properties and attributes.
Don't go technical. I am not expecting technology now. First, remember one thing.
Elements.
If you by heart the definitions from the textbooks, you cannot learn anything. It is not possible to gain the subject knowledge. Always you remember that because you read it many times. Okay. Do you have a clarity about the same in your day-to-day life in the real world? Then only you are knowledgeable. Okay. Encapsulation, I know, attributes, and that I can say. I will come to that point also for sure. But what is in the real world? What do you mean by capsule? What do you mean by encapsule? What is capsule means?
Tablet.
Capsule is something, the medicine tablet that we take. Okay. What is there inside a capsule? What does a capsule contains?
Medicine.
Some chemical composition will be there. Okay. Some chemical compositions will be there. It's not a single chemical, maybe mixture of some things, correct? But all these are been, so they are not going to give you that powder to use, correct? So they are going to encapsulate. They are going to pack it. So they will pack it and give you. See, in this world, everything is an example of encapsulation. Not only the capsule as the word matches. Suppose you take laptop. Laptop is a packing of many things. What are those? Motherboard, RAM, display, keyboard, CPU,
Operating system.
okay, and that is software. Okay,
Oh,
that's
yes.
okay. And maybe even other things, bus cables, all these things. Correct? So suppose if I give you all those separately to you, will there be any use? Okay, but without a pack, if you are getting those things also, no use. Okay, so TV is an example of encapsulation. Apart from all these, human body is the example of encapsulation. We as a personality, as a person, we are encapsulated unit. We are an encapsulated pack unit, means pack, where we have heart, lungs, kidneys, eyes, so many things. All these are encapsulated. So connected to each other again internally to perform or to showcase a specific behavior, to showcase a specific behavior. Every encapsulated unit structure will accept one input, and produces an output. Suppose you take laptop, it takes the input from keyboard and produces some output behavior, maybe on the screen or audio devices, something, playing something, audio, or displaying some visuals, or displaying some notepad, command prompt like this. AC, it will accept an input of, what does it accept? Some number you will give as an input. Based on that number, it is going to produce an output behavior of producing the cooling. Okay, and TV, it will take the digital signals and produce analog signals and produce the digital signals as output. Okay, and humans will take the input of some food items and generates the energy as output. So without food, no energy, right? So that's how everything in this world is an example of encapsulation. It is general, universal thing. So encapsulation, it is a unit structure. It is a unit structure. So now we will go with the technical writing. So you understand the example, right? You understand the examples, and even car you can take as an encapsulated. It will have steering, gearbox. Okay. So it will take the input as maybe petrol or diesel, whatever it is, oil, and produces an output behavior of movement. Okay. Output behavior will be movement. So where it will have so many functional components connected to each other. So this is how everything in this world is an encapsulated unit structure. So now this unit structure is going to have it's a pack. What is there inside? Technically, if you speak, those are called, now you can say technically, what are those? Attributes plus functional components. Attributes plus functional components. What do you mean by attribute here? I'll tell you in the example. So attribute here is going to control the behavior of the entire encapsulated unit. Attribute in the sense, suppose you take an example of car. So car is having so many attributes. Okay. One thing which can control, I'll tell you, that is gear number. So gear number 1, the movement will be somewhat slower. Gear number 2, even little bit faster. Gear number 3, 4, 5. Like this, if you change the gear number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the speed will be controlled based on this gear number, right? So gear number 1 means even if you go and push the accelerator 100%, still it won't go faster, right? So that's how attribute contains a value. Suppose you take human being. So you have blood pressure. Blood pressure value will be there. So blood pressure as a value containing a value is an attribute. High value, problem. Low value, problem. So you are being controlled by this blood pressure. Sugar level also, higher value, problem. Lower value, problem. It contains a value which will control your behavior. So attribute is such a thing. Attribute is such a thing you can understand. So in an encapsulated unit structure, attributes will be there. I told you, chemical compositions in an capsule, that is also up to certain level only. This much of chemical composition. So this is a number it should meet. More than this, no. Less than this, no. Something like that. And functional component, it will have some functional behavior. Some functional components are, gearbox is functional component. Based on the gearbox, gear rod movement and all, this functional component, you will have the respective movement will happen. Brake, all these are steering, all these are functional wheels. These are functional components which will produce some functional behavior. Overall, all these functional components behavior together you are experiencing as a car behavior of movement. Correct? So like this, so encapsulation is a unit structure. It is a combination of which contains attributes plus functional components. This unit structure takes an input, comma, process it, processes it. See, without processing input, it cannot be done. So oil you are supplying, that should be processed to reach out to engine, then only. So you are taking food, it needs some time to get processed. After that only it will be converted into energy. So process it and generates the output, So this encapsulation, as I told you, it is a concept. What is the meaning of concept? Concept means it's an idea. Concept means it's an idea. Idea you bring into real world. Idea you have to make it as reality. Yes or no? So object-oriented programming system has given you so many concepts. If your programming language implements those concepts, then your programming language is said to be object-oriented programming language. The concept given by the object-oriented programming system is being implemented by the programming language. That language is Java language. That language is Python language. That language is C#. That language is VB. That language is CPP. Many programming languages are being built based on object-oriented programming system concepts. Now, this concept of encapsulation should exist in programming, no? Then with what name it exists? It should have some name. So they can also have encapsulation as a name, but they are not maintaining, they are not using that word encapsulation as a name. Technically, they have named it as class. Technically, they have named it as class. Every one of you, are you following? Everyone. Okay. Following, right? So now encapsulation concept has been implemented in the programming language, given a name called as class. That means class is also same definition. Class is a unit structure which contains attributes plus functional components. This unit structure takes an input, process it, and generates out. So encapsulation, class, both are same or different? Both are same. Plan and building, both are same only. But one is a concept, another one is a reality. Understand? So encapsulation is a plan given by object-oriented programming system that is implemented in the technology in the name of class. Okay, clear everyone? Okay. Now I will tell you one example. Up to this, are you clear? Now class contains functional components. That's what I told. Correct? I already told you definition on day one. Application contains functional components. What did I say? So which one is true? Application contains functional components is true, or class contains functional components is true? What is true? Both are true. In what sense? Look at here now. You look at this box, the topmost one. This is called application. I'll open in the this one. What is it? Paint. Okay, here you go now. This is what the outer box. It is application. This is application box, one box. Inside application, you will be having one or more classes. Inside classes, you will be having one or more functional components. Attributes also will be there, of course. So functional components actually you will be placing inside classes. These classes are already inside application. So that means ultimately your functional components are also available inside application. Understand clear? You can imagine like this. You have a box, a box, right? You see some jewelry box. Inside box, you'll see. Box is there, one box is there. Inside that, one more box will be there. Okay, show them. We'll see. Okay, probably they don't have box. Okay, I'll remove this word, jewelry. Box inside box. You can take this example. there is a box inside that another box like this box inside box. So in the inside small box, you can place something, right? So like this, application contains classes as again unit structures, boxes. Application itself is a box. Inside that another box class. Inside that you have functional components. Ultimately, a functional component belongs to an application and a class. In combination, it belongs to an application and a class. So ultimately, functional component belongs to application. That's why at the very beginning, as you do not, as I did not talk about classes, I did not use that word. Functionalities will be there inside class. Directly, I have used the like application contains functional components. Now, if you see thoroughly, you will find one more box inside application. That is application inside that class, inside that functional components. Are you clear, online students?
Yes.
Someone is asking, is there any way to delete the application? You cannot delete it. While creating application, if you make any mistake, you need to leave it, create a new application with some different name. Same name you cannot create again. Deleting processes is possible, but you are a beginner. You don't know those many things. It will be even difficult for you. So this diagram also I will share. So that's what. So that's what your classes will be inside application. Classes will be available inside application. Class contains attributes plus, of course, attributes will be there. Functional components. So ultimately, your functional components are also available inside the application. Yes or no? Okay, like that. That's the main. Okay. Next. So tell me one thing. See, we'll take one real life example before we proceed further to the next topic. That will be covered tomorrow only. Just I will ask you one general question. You take an example of bank. So this will be covered tomorrow. Just hold on. We are done up to here. Do you have any questions? For today, we are done actually. For today, we are done. Okay. Do you have any questions? Any doubts in the topic which I have covered? So these concepts are just like fundamentals. Without teaching fundamentals, I do not want to go to subject directly. Okay. Basic fundamentals one should know. Then only subject. So I'll tell you one example. Just I will ask you followed by one question also. See, let's take an example of a bank. You just imagine it in your real world, in your day-to-day life, real life. Bank as a building. You have visited a bank. It's a building. Understand? Take it like a building, one physical building. Inside, that's itself is one big bank. You go inside the bank, you are finding some different rooms. Room one is being labeled as banking operations. Room one is labeled as banking operations. Room two is being labeled as let's say insurance operations. Room three is labeled as loans operations, means banking department, insurance department, loan department, and all. In room one, banking related transaction, deposits, withdraw, all these are happening, transactions. In room two, insurance processing is happening. Insurance policies, if you want, you are entering into room two. They are taking your documents, all that they are doing, creating transactions. Similarly, loans in room three, like that. Okay, now? So why they have to segregate like this? Why not everything in a single hall? Everyone sit here. Anyone want bank loan? Anyone want insurance? Anyone want banking related stuff? Just come here and we do everything here only. Why not like that? Why they have to segregate to have different departments? Why can't they do? Why are not they not doing this everything at a single place? What is the reason for it?
Better management.
Ease of business, simplifying the business. So you segregate the things. What are you doing? Simplifying the business processing. Maybe that's like. So what do you call this segregation? This is called properly organizing. Properly organizing the things. Okay. Suppose you have different varieties of dresses to wear. Like party wear, you have dresses. Ethnic wear, you have dresses. Regular casual wear, you have dresses. And also office wear, you have dresses. For office, formal dress, you have as 4 types of n number of dresses you have. So all the dresses, you can just put it like a heap in a rack. That's how generally gents will maintain the dress. Okay. But ladies, how they will do? They are going to have that as a heap, everything. How they will maintain? So they will properly organize ethnic wear into shelf 1, party wear shelf 2, casual wear shelf 3, office wear shelf 4, like this. Which one is better? To pick a dress, which one is easy? Organizing, or just as a heap you are going to throw it at some place? All just mixed up. Organize. So organizing the things by segregating into different units is pretty much needed. So it's not that you are going to have only one type of component. You have a number of different tasks to be done. Different components are there. You are segregating these things and putting them into shelf 1, shelf 2, shelf 3, or box 1, box 2, box 3. These are classes. In your application, you are not going to have only one class for everything. All functional components you do not place in single class. Based on its purpose and usage, you are going to place it into class 1, class 2, class 3. You will be having multiple classes in your application. The need to have multiple classes created is properly organizing the things. Properly organizing the things. Understand clear, everyone? So that's what I am going to cover tomorrow. So tomorrow I am going to cover this concept of, okay, properly organizing the things. And then we will come to a concept of inheritance. Based on that, we'll understand why we need inheritance. Simply, I can teach you inheritance means acquiring features of parent class to child class. Textbook definitions I can also teach, but there is no use. You need to understand the purpose of each one, why it has been introduced. Okay, so that we will see tomorrow. Every one of you, are you clear?
Yes.
Okay, so it's already 7:59. For today, we can wind up. Tomorrow, we are going to connect back. But tomorrow onwards, this meeting link will not be working. The meeting link will change today and it will be shared in the group only to the enrolled students. So the students who have made the fees payment and enrolled as of now and maybe by end of day today will be allowed tomorrow. Avoid making the fees payment tomorrow early morning because no one will be available to give you meeting link at the early morning. Please understand that. Okay, please finish it by max 9 p.m. today. And tomorrow meeting link will change and classroom students also make the fees payment and then you can come. Okay, otherwise you guys need to wait for it. Okay, wait on it. Okay, thank you. You will get a notification about the same. And installation part, if you need any help, reach out to our admins by sending the screenshot about the issue and all. Okay, so I will be in another sessions after this class. You can contact me after 10:30 or evening time if possible for you. Leave a WhatsApp message, I'll call you back. Leave a WhatsApp message on my number, I'll call you back. Okay. Okay, we'll continue tomorrow. Thank you for joining, everyone. I'm going to close the meeting. Thank you, everyone.